Hey everybody, we're back for Foley Fables, where we're continuing Stasis Bone Totem. Previously on Stasis Bone Totem, we have made our way to the bottom of the Deep Sea Research Facility, owned by the Kane Corporation. We don't know what's going on down there, but there's some kind of Cthulhu nonsense happening. We had managed to find a submersible that we were hoping would take us back to the surface so we could escape this horror, but nope, that didn't happen. Instead, we accidentally restarted the self-destruct sequence and blew up the base on the surface, which has absolutely cut us off from the surface. Now we are now stranded at the bottom of the ocean. One of our people is stuck outside in at the bottom of the sea, about to be crushed by the pressure. We have one of our people who's stuck in some underground temple or underwater temple. And I don't remember where the third person is. I think they're still in the base somewhere, in like the wreckage of the base. Anyway, I don't have control of the screen, so that's not good. I have the mouse back? I have the mouse back. Okay, there we go. Right. Let's make sure all of our audio is all working, because I always have to talk first and give the recap before I actually check that my audio is working. Okay, it is. Good. Alright. Let's get back to doing what we were doing. Alright, okay. So Moses, the AI bear. Currently, there is a creature on the other side of this vent. And Moses needs it to go away, or he can proceed. They can proceed. This thing. So we gotta figure out how to get rid of it. Probably for the best we don't proceed until that's done. What is this gonna tell me?
Scary thing. Scary noises. I have never heard noises like these. They are unique. What if it heard its own noises?
Ah, okay. Moses is stranded in the morgue. Although it's not really a morgue exactly, it's more of a research area that happens to have corpses in it. A damp tang of rot emanates from the bodies, partially preserved by whatever tomb they were extracted from. Their archaic woolen clothing is stained and weathered, reminiscent of the oldest world wars. These are World War II, possibly World War I people. We are significantly in the future, so these are like centuries old at this point. I had a read of this last stream, but I didn't really remember. Oh yeah, it's how to make thermite. Conrad Kirill. Okay, thermite ingredients: potassium, ferric oxide, and aluminium. They would have said, as they said last stream, they would have said aluminium, not aluminum. Anyway, what have I got in my pouch? I have a lighter. I have an empty acetylene torch, and I have an inventory tag. What does everybody else have? Mac has an unconscious scrubber. And he has a spear tip. Okay. I think I have read this already. Corpses? More corpses? Yeah, no, we've seen this up before. Okay, now I have a sampler.
Empty.
An observation pod, my friend. With nothing to observe.
Like this, something could get out.
Or in.
So here's the trap, or the thing. Now we need to get it there. I read that. else we can interact with? Have the guy, we have this. We need something that can record him. And then we need something to play it back. It makes crunchy noises when you press the button. Wonder... I'm gonna swap to a different character because I think we're somewhat stranded here with Moses. What was outside? Ah, yes, the whole place is on fire. Right. That's important to know. Locked. Broadcasting audio to artifact storage. There's us. Don't have the creature. Okay, we can do something with this. But I assume we need to record the creature and then play it through this?
I can play sounds from here. This could be fun.
We still need a way to actually record the creature's voice. What else can Moses do? Yes. Back to that later. And this guy, we're trying to get into this room as well. I think we need thermite to break the door.
This door won't budge. Its gears are locked tight. The gears are metal. And metal can be moved by magnets.
Magnets? How do they work? Don't have anything that could do that. Guess I can put a magnet in there and rotate it. Kind of have to refamiliarize myself with what's going on here. Alright, this is where we started. This is where the brain computer was destroyed. Our oscilloscope is gone. That's a boob. Don't think too hard about it. Although apparently we were meant to think too hard. Oh god, do I have to do this? Oh, thank god. Thank god I don't have to do that. What about this? No? Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay. Moses has some things, but I don't think he can actually do... Well, he can do something here, but I haven't seen anything that suggests what I'm supposed to put in this area. Yeah, I don't know. Back to that.
But be sure not to spend working hours in piety. The workplace is the ideal place to discover more about yourself.
Your body is a temple, a vessel, if you will. So keep things pure and tidy for the mother's sake.
Employment should be your vessel. Work is when you feel most alive, loved, accessible.
No.
Kane's nature is to shine the light of understanding into the world's darkest regions. But remember, dying is the hard part. On the other hand, working is easy, and the Nexus awaits us after death.
I don't think so. Okay. Right, Charlie.
Kane, heavy under central apparatus. 1138. Power procedure initiated.
Children should not play near this machine, Charlie.
You're probably right, Mose.
I need to know what these buttons are. Or what these numbers are meant to be. I don't think she does, so Mac can find out. Alright, so Mac is down here in the temple. Right. Having a clue. An ancient crane built from wood, cord, and metal. Despite apparent age and deterioration, it has remained standing. A burly slab of rock serves as the crane's counterweight, housed within a prison of straining wood. The mere shiver threatening to tear it free and plunge it into a calamitous descent. Well, don't do that. On the other hand, those are the kind of the only things we can interact with. Stuck. Aliens stuff. These are connected. Yes. One's been highlighted. Okay. Not gonna remember that, but okay. Dr. Abulaziz Al-Kabur, Archaeological Geology. Message. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm writing to share with you the fantastic news that I have been transferred to a new facility. I'm excited about this opportunity and can't wait to share all the details with you in person. The work I'm doing here is truly groundbreaking, literally, and I am grateful to be able to make such meaningful contributions to my field. I'm also thrilled to let you know that my superior mentioned the possibility of a bonus leave if I continue to excel in my work. Miss you both and can't wait to see you again on the ring. Till then, please know that my love for you is as strong as ever, and you are, as always, in my thoughts, Abdul. Personal log. I looked closer at the drone footage. The ancient water wheels surrounding Black Sand Beach were primarily used for milling. What's even more fascinating is the substance they were grinding. The millstones are coated in a fine white powder. Cocaine. Nice. I had it tested and it turned out to be bone dust. Okay, not cocaine. Human bone dust. Okay, even... yeah, alright. Why they were grinding remains a mystery. Ceremonial use, dietary supplementation, animal feed? Message to Dave Gallagher. I understand the company's desire to expand Omega deeper into the cave system. Still, there's no practical way of doing it without damaging sections of the excavation site. We really need a STEM station down here. These ruins are still mostly unexplored, but their inhabitants were remarkable, even from what little we know. Their technology was far more advanced than any other civilization from this period by hundreds of years. The historical significance of these findings cannot be overstated. They could change everything we know about our earliest ancestors. I implore you to halt expansion until we can find a way to preserve the ruins. At the very least, allow me to plead my case in person when you arrive next week. Personal log. A C-14 sample from the oldest milled bones has been dated 1650 AD. Meanwhile, the structures themselves go back thousands of years. Perhaps the sample was contaminated. Either way, we must keep the site intact until we understand what we're dealing with. 1650. How the hell did anything get to the bottom of the ocean at 1650? Personal log. The core samples we drilled... Alright, here we go. 5671 and 1.29. Indicate that most of the cave system comprises calcic plagioclase? Okay. Sanidine with augite, olivine, and small amounts of lucite. This is unusual for the region, especially the ocean floor. Weathering further suggests this outcrop was exposed to sun and wind some 2,000 years ago, so it sank. Is this meant to be Atlantis? Okay, everybody remember those numbers, because I'm not going to remember them. Today my heart is heavy with grief. I received the terrible news that Yvette was tragically injured. Thought of informing Captain Haskeen up top is just horrid. The loss is truly devastating, and they in fact take forever to tell the captain that his wife is dead. Personal log. I found the critters that escaped from animal testing. They were breeding in the refrigeration tanks. Nice. I don't know what my colleagues were doing with them in the lab. Still, they should be more careful. Those things are nasty. Fluoroantimonic, acidic blood, and acidic blood. Great. So, xenomorphs. Fluoroantimonic. What would that mean? I suspect this is a made-up sci-fi term, but still. Fluoro as in fluorine, presumably, and antimonic. Fluoroantimonic acid. Fluoroantimonic acid is a mixture of hydrogen fluoride and antimony tetrafluoride. Alright, it's a really bad acid, basically. Okay. There we go. That's what it is. That's fine. That's all I needed to know. Personal log. Got word of the base lockdown. Guess I'm going to be stuck here for a while. I'm not complaining. Should, because you're going to be stuck here a really long while. Message to all mule crew. You can't keep moving people into the temple even if the quarantine lasts only a few days. They are damaging an incredibly valuable excavation site. Find another place to put them. Personal log. Everybody has piled into the Prime Omega lab. My claustrophobia kept me out of here. Personal log. It's been so tranquil. Where is everybody? Dead. Personal log. The decon chamber alarm was going nuts. I looked through the lab door. It was piled high with congealed torsos. Love this. First glance, I could see something that looked like a gnarled tree with knotted branches and a twisted trunk, but upon closer inspection, its branches were made up of human arms and legs, twisted and contorted into grotesque shapes. The trunk was composed of torsos, stacked on one on top of the other, their eyes and mouths open in eternal screams of agony. Great! The creature seemed to pulsate with life, its limbs writhing and twitching as if it were in constant pain. Every now and then a blood-curdling scream would emit from their mouths. I've collapsed the bridge to ensure it stays alive. Yeah, absolutely. Personal log. I don't fear death. I just fear that fucking thing. For I know nothing is left to experience pain. Since my mind is gone. But I would have liked to explore more of the world and uncover our shared past. Alas, even this current project, which will take my life, remains unfinished. Main stories in these walls, waiting to be told, will not find their interpreter in me. Comfort in meeting my end locked up in a temple erected by a lost civilization. It is a good death for an adventurer. Is it? If you can find this log, please have my body sent to the corpse ring for burial. Promised my parents I would return to them. I don't know where that is, so good luck to you. Message to Kahir and Yesenia El Kabur, dear mom and dad. I'm writing to share with you the fantastic news. Oh no, wait, that's at the beginning. Alright, we've looped back around. So 5671 and 1.29. 5671 1.2. Okay. Presume they mean that. Does it go all the way up? Oh no, it does. Okay.
Warning. Kane, heavy undersea drill apparatus 113A in operation. Operation should be conducted by licensed HUDA engineers only.
Sure.
Is that so?
See about that. Uh-oh.
Heck, I did it. I got the drill to finish its run.
Still have all your arms?
Yeah, all four of them.
Legs too. Looks like a cave on the other side.
That cave system will lead you to Alpha Base. Assuming you haven't destabilized its structural integrity, it very well could collapse on you.
Thanks.
Bucket of optimism, aren't you, pal?
I think when we eventually see that guy, we'll understand why he's such a bucket of optimism. I'm pretty sure he's the assistant to one of the main people down here, and since she didn't like him very much, she instead uses him for experimentation, and now he is just brain, and a nervous system, and that's it. Dead diver. A radiant crystal embedded in the cave wall illuminates the diving suit. It has been partially subsumed by a rising layer of mud. A glance through the muck-stained face plates reveals a decomposed corpse. However, the suit's watertight seal indicates death by asphyxiation. Way to go. Suffocation at the bottom of the sea. Not drowning. Weird.
There's a dead diver here. He died in his suit.
May his mind find the Nexus. Does he have anything useful?
Doubt. Breathing tube, maybe? No, if he had a breathing thing, a hydrophone, which I assume is a microphone. Welding rods, and empty hasbag. You're an empty hasbag. Seems to be the end of him. Roger Callan, marine biologist, personal log. Funny how seemingly insignificant events can drastically change your life. One moment I was pinging the ocean floor looking for whale signs, and the next I was promoted. This was not how I expected my life to turn out. I had a mountain of educational debt and a miserable wife. I can still hear her voice. Who studies marine biology anyway? She repeatedly asked this question for 10 years straight. It will never amount to anything, Roger. I should have listened to my mother, blah blah blah. Well, look at me now. Message to Aaron Skullwalker. That's a fucking name. Aaron Skullwalker and Pandoria Chambers. That's not as good. Aaron Skullwalker. Professor Aaron Skullwalker. Okay. Professors, allow me to be the first to welcome you to Alpha. This is the first momentous step toward understanding more of our past and exploiting it for future profit. Do you think Skullwalker's a good guy, Rebecca? I am thrilled that you have agreed to join me and Kane in this undertaking. If you have any questions, I'm at your disposal. I've mapped most of the site already, and I'm preparing to lead expeditions into the temple system, which I'm sure you will both want to be part of. Till then, welcome to the last frontier on planet Earth, our very own abyss. Personal log. Kane plans to exploit the fauna here. The oceans are mostly fished out, and seafood is a rare delicacy, but in this region, marine life seems to thrive. I called it. Stupendous, definitive proof that something in this cave system is allowing complex life to exist and evolve over 20,000 feet below the ocean surface. Beautiful. Okay, maybe not beautiful, it's a maggot, but still, a particularly feisty one at that. It immediately latched onto my wrist and started sucking my blood. Predatory behavior means there is prey, which means there are more discoveries to be made. Message to Professor Skullwalker. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my admiration for you in particular. Your voyages beyond the Outer Rims played no small part in igniting my passion for exploration. I would love to share some stories with you over a drink, perhaps, one pioneer to another. Personal log. I've been feeding my new pet algae from around the base. We've no shortage of the stuff. The little beastie's appetite seems to know no limits, and its growth rate is staggering. Oh, well, yeah, definitely keep doing that then. Personal log. The professors weren't as keen to join my expedition as I'd hoped. Chambers, I understand. Heard about the side effects of a full-body transplant. She's probably not as fit as she looks, and getting around in a dive suit is already challenging. Skullwalker, though, I'm disappointed. One of the last true frontiersmen of our time should be thrilled to participate in honest exploration again, or at least talk about it, but all he asks me about is my family. Maybe my greatest hero, sir, but even you won't entice me into speaking about my ex-wife. They're not married now. There's not enough room here for that conversation. The log. I was so eager to see how large the maggot would grow, I began feeding it my own blood. Yeah, this'll work out well. After all, that was the first thing it went for. Didn't factor in that its increase in strength has not been proportional to its growth in size. It appears to be developing a heightened awareness of its surroundings. Have you ever been looked at hungrily by a dog-sized, oozing balloon-like thing? Even less fun than it sounds. Kill it. Kill it now. Kill it right now. Message to all Alpha Base crew, my maggot got out. Just wanted to say, should you hear loud banging in my lab, do not be alarmed. It's just a really angry thing that I've been feeding. It's just an experiment I'm running. Everything is proceeding as intended, though I would advise against entering my work area without me, especially if you have recently eaten chicken. Thank you. Message to all Alpha Base crew. Okay, don't bring any pork in either. As the senior ranking member of this endeavor, I am ordering everybody to remain inside Alpha Base until further notice. Should you hear knocking, slithering, or any other unusual noise coming from outside, proceed to another part of the base, just to be safe. Then call me. From Corporate. Mr. Callan, while the board appreciates your enthusiasm for this project and your role in identifying the site, they would like to remind you that your job is to facilitate the research of Professors Chambers and Skullwalker. Collect samples for our experts who just arrived on the deep sea rig. None of this requires you to conduct your own studies. The research budget will not be altered, barring exceptional circumstances, so please focus on your prescribed duties, and please, for the love of God, kill that maggot thing. Personal log. A little bastard. Burrowed into the sand, it was catching small fish. Seems to have evolved into an ambush predator, like a bobbit worm. Incredible. Physiological and behavioral changes are happening right before my eyes. This is bad. Roger, this is very bad. Message from corporate again. The board is indeed interested in this new specimen, but they must again remind you that your job is to simply retrieve new samples and send them to Deep Sea 15. Alpha is not yet equipped to study xeno life forms. Please consider your significant outstanding debts to Kane and the fact that, although you are separated, your ex-wife is still a shareholder of your debt, as you are of hers. From Deep Sea 15. Spike in seismic activity caused the collapse of the primary ingress into the cave and temple structure. We are sending a drilling technician to widen the entrance so that supply shipments can be resumed. In the meantime, you are advised to implement a ration system and reserve medication for emergencies. Right. Personal log. Fragile cave system isn't the best place to use sonic attractors, but how else was I supposed to attract larger fish? You weren't. You're supposed to be doing your job, Roger. While the attractors were working, my new buddy managed to snag a few juicy specimens. Sonic attractors also wrecked most of the electrical systems and distorted the magnetic field, which the walls amplified. Good job. Maybe this will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. I don't think so. The new larger entrance will be a much better staging ground for expeditions. Message to Daniel Gunderson. I imagine you're a cut-to-the-chase sort of guy, so I'd say limit it to 18 feet in diameter max and go from there. The recent collapse is the only way out of this place. Report back to me on your progress tomorrow. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. Message to all Alpha Base crew. There's no good way to say this. That stupid maggot thing has become a giant maggot thing. I'll just rip off the band-aid. We are sealed in completely. I don't know exactly how it happened, but Gunderson's drilling caused another cave-in. If you're not, we all know the value of our work, and so does Kane. I am certain they will spare no expense to free us. Yeah, how certain are you of that? Instead, they're going to wait for you all to die, and then just clean up the base instead. Personal log. I'll just wait here for Gunderson to open the passage. Didn't check my gear before I left. Guess I never learn. Sheila would shake her head and laugh as she saw me now. If she saw me now. Same old Roger, always getting ahead of himself. Wonder what she would say if she knew I named the maggot after her. The little guy's got legs now. Many of them. If it wasn't horrifying enough. Suppose if I die, I can be satisfied that here at the edge of the world, I brushed up against mysteries beyond my comprehension. Mysteries to which I led the way. Yeah, you led the way to getting me killed by this thing. Thanks. Personal log. Only getting 1 beat per second. I guess they're moving the data receivers elsewhere. No, not one bit. 1 bit per second. Oh yeah, this must be when the data connection drops out. The Newman is not going to be happy trapped down here. I'm amazed Kane would risk pissing that thing off. Still don't really know what the Newman is. I think it's a kind of proto human thing? Or like some kind of alien human hybrid thing? From corporate. Mr. Callan, with deep regret, the board must inform you that we have abandoned this forward operation. Please understand this is not a reflection on your work. It's too expensive to come rescue you. As a result of repeat violations by the Newman. The isolation of Alpha lends itself perfectly to a seal and forget procedure. The board asks that you pass on their sincere regret for those unfortunate events to the rest of the crew and thank them for their service. You'll all be pleased to know that your hard work won't be lost. The construction of a new base has already been approved. In light of the above, we have released your ex-wife from her debt. She will surely be in the Nexus, waiting for you with arms open wide. Congratulations and farewell. You've released her from her debt? Killing her? Or was she already dead? And they just held on to the debt anyway. Back to the top now. I don't think he got that message anyway. I think he was dead. Cool. Right, moving on. Thick dirt has slowly flooded into the cave, slowly constricting and strangling its interior, the space between the floor and ceiling having slowly but perpetually shrunk. Nice stuff here. Up here, okay. like the look of that, whatever it is. We didn't have a look at these, really. Hydrophone, an omnidirectional recording device, super sensitive and precise. Looks like it still works. Aluminium welding rods. Several dozen aluminium... I know it says aluminum. Aluminium welding rods were presumably used to maintain infrastructure. Empty has-bag. Fairly standard diver gear. Never hurts to have some extra pockets on hand, especially ones that can withstand toxic spills and store acid. I assume we're going to need that to store acid. Ancient lava flow. Dried remains of ancient lava flow have created a ramp-like structure allowing access to an area beyond. Oh, that's where we're going, so. Skellington. When the wet clag emerges, the skeletal structure of a gargantuan aquatic creature.
Holy
flesh.
shit.
Something.
What is that?
It looks like, well, a giant maggot.
Well, we found it.
Oh my god.
I do not like this.
Warning. Dive integrity compromised. Energy reserves below 10%.
I have to find some way past it.
It's a pretty gross looking thing. Move a little quickly.
Oh my. It's amazing.
Is that what I think it is?
Like a toy.
It's a Spanish galleon. It must have sunk and crashed into the top of the chamber.
Not yesterday either. How old is this place?
Old. Far older than the ship.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
Yeah, no shit.
Careful around that thing. Could dislodge really easy.
The deck looks intact. I'm going in it.
Charlie, why?
For fun.
I have the barest beginning of a thought.
Oh, are we gonna drop the
This
boat on the
woman.
thing? Gonna drop the boat on the maggot. Okay. Field of oysters, barnacles, and limpets envelop this portion of the cavern. Floor bisected by rivers of thick mud. Oh, something back here. That's a way. Let's go on the ship first.
I'm in the captain's quarters. The wood is really rotten here.
Warning. Energy reserves below 10%.
And you keep saying
You're
that.
running out of time, Charlie.
She is not the only one.
Let's... Oh, hang on. I'll go too far. I'll get too close to the octopus. Okay. The albino octopus sits upon its self-claimed throne. Its cataract-racked eyes, that's a hard one to say, broadcasting both a deep age and malice. Its massive sucker-bearing arms would crack open this diving suit while it injects a salivary neurotoxin into the bloodstream. So let's stay away from that. So 3, 2 are correct but wrongly placed. 1, 2, 3. 1 is correct and well placed. 180, 1 is correct but wrongly placed. 3 is correct. 869, 1 is correct but wrongly placed. 918, nothing is correct. So there's no 1. There's no 1, 9, or 8. 0 is in it. Zero is a part of it, definitely. 1 is correct but wrongly placed. 1 is correct but wrongly placed. So 0 is at the beginning. Then 1 is correct and well placed. Probably 3. 2 are correct but wrongly placed. So 0, 6, 3. Not how, or is that, did that just randomize it? Zero's in the right place. So 3. Huh? 2 zeros? Just try all zeros. No, it's not doing it at all. Alright, 603 is the first one. 2 are correct but wrongly placed. Does it know the 2 are correct? I don't understand. Puzzle. Alright, I don't understand. I'm just gonna look it up. Apparently the answer is 026. I don't understand how it is, but okay. Be nice if it told me how it knew that.
Amazing.
It is pretty.
Everything this must have seen.
Yes. Especially at the end.
Oh, what do we have here?
Potassium permanganate. A disinfectant. And deodorizer.
We could use a lot of that.
If it still has efficacy, it's ancient.
What's that? That's the only thing we can interact with in here. Condi's powder. This reeks like a rancid diaper stuffed with fetid cabbage. However, there is no fungus that some good 300-year-old Condi's potassium permanganate can't kill. And then the plague. I don't even think a place called New Bedford still exists. A weird, great souvenir to try and hold on to if we find a way out of here. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. What was that thing? That's a big boy, whatever it is. Or shipwreckage. Figurehead of the ancient ship protrudes forward from the bow. Purpose of warding off bad luck from underwater spirits or violent creatures has evidently failed.
Warning. Major structural instabilities detected. Use caution when working around this artifact.
The bow of that thing could come apart any second, Charlie.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I want to drop it on the guy. I don't think I have anything that would do that right now, though. Settling torch maybe, but it's empty. We'll have to go back to that later. Sturdy bronze figurehead of an ancient galleon at arms, splayed as if in reference towards the horror that nests below it. Yourself. Right. Sure, we can do much with Charlie right now. Grotesque invertebrate mounts its hapless prize, the tip of its insectile head burrowed deeply through a tear in the hazmat suit. The plastic around the tear undulates as hidden ostellum quaff flesh liquefied by injected toxins, while probing mandibles spoon up crumbling, meaty porridge. What the fuck?
Kane's reign.
Is it... it's still alive?
The creature is, not the poor bastard underneath it.
An unpleasant end.
Maybe you can cut it off him?
That would mean getting close to it.
It's true, I'd rather not do that.
This thing's blood. It melted right through the metal.
cutting it open didn't stop it?
No?
No. It's writhing. It didn't even notice, I'd say.
Very little would stop it. It is a higher form.
Compared to what?
Else, I guess. Okay, I have some acid, I guess. Alright, you got your lunch, I guess. Weird. Alright, so we have this thing. Start here then, or... Back to the diagram of the cave entrance, turn the handle on the left to the circled symbol. Okay. Yeah. I've already forgotten it. Okay, like an eye. Oh, that one's too like an eye. Line dot tick. Try that. That looks so fucking similar. So this one.
Charlie, you see this? The reaction in the metal?
Yeah. It's amazing. Some sort of chemical reaction?
An ancient technology. And like everything else here, one better left alone.
Wish I had the luxury.
Oh, opposite day? Yes? It's S? I have to cut these off or something? Real hot potato, need to hold this somewhere before it eats through the bag and starts burning into my skin. Shit.
Well, that did that.
Loud noises.
That does not look stable. I'd get across that fast.
Not sure if fast is the right approach here.
Can't I get there? Okay, weird.
Oh, man.
Mac, I am glad you are not dead.
Same.
Thanks, Bear.
What happened?
Crane came apart behind me and fell into the breach. Whew. Barely made it. Not going back that way.
There is no going back.
Who are you anyway?
My name is Farhan. I was a researcher here once. Long ago. Maybe. Things are still blurry. Strange. My head hurts.
And what? You think you're pinned under rubble? How about the rest of you? It hurting too?
No, I feel nothing. Nothing but my head. And I can't see anything. It's complete darkness.
We'll find you. Just hang on.
Last time we had someone who couldn't see anything, complete darkness and so on, they ripped their way out of the player character. So I sure hope that we're not revisiting that.
You are in Omega Lab, a black band restricted area.
Right. Okay. Vials of decontamination solution are dispensed to the showerheads on command. Heavy metal has been shut off. There appears to be no way to get through. Access. Showerheads. Showerheads poised to dispense cleaning formula, sterilizing equipment, and personnel entering or leaving the facility.
Clean room sterilization system active.
Oh, I think this might kill me, so let's save first.
Clean room sterilization system active. Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress.
Uh-oh.
No foreign contaminants found.
Oh.
Insert biological sample for decontamination database.
Give me 1 second here. Maybe we should give Max some privacy while he does that. Access denied, remote lockout. Getting in there. I assume we need a sample of the creature, and then we can use the decontamination to kill it, maybe? We have a microphone now, so we can record the creature.
Once started, employment is a light that never goes out. The more you contribute, the brighter your flame will become. That's
No,
all
no.
well and good.
Don't care. Stop with the propaganda. Hydrophone. Oh, I want to sing into this. Hope and I loved singing.
I do not like these sounds. They are wrong.
The cries. I remember them from my fugue. Somehow.
Now we have them.
I don't want them.
I mean, I don't particularly want them either, Chief, but now we have them. Didn't look like he could do anything else. Apparently he can. Go up the ramp, enter the mobile clean room. I did. Exit the lab, explore the rest of the dig site.
Kane's reign.
Is that... Oh, are they...
I do not like this.
They were vivisected.
And displayed, I imagine.
Where are we?
You are in hell.
Nice.
We all are.
Ripped up body. The flesh and organs of the body have mostly sloughed away. Love it. A nest of freshly torn skin and fibrous muscle have been torn out and stretched taut against the obelisk, as if to coax the rock and absorb the remains. The glyph, morbidly embellished with drying rivulets of blood, depicts abstract symbols that defy easy translation. Blue fungi. The bioluminescent fungi have seeped under the steel walkway, illuminating the wiring and piping laid underneath. Nice. Bioluminescent source. The source of bioluminescence appears to be grass-like growths that accompany the larger fungal flora, emitting a vibrant blue light when submerged in darkness. Lattered obelisk. Two massive lintels stand above the three obelisks meeting at one end. Adorned between them hangs a network of meat, shredded organs, and rent skin. Altogether a ghastly, membranous canopy. Peeled torso. Flesh covering the upper torso has been flayed away, revealing the rapidly decaying organs within. The effluvium of rotted waste, both pooling out and festering within, is shockingly overpowering, curdling your stomach. Stakes. A throng of bioluminescent lights glitter from underneath clusters of sharpened wood stakes. Why do we have these? A carcass. This body is mostly intact, relatively speaking. Having lost the least to whatever caused this macabre butchery, the gut has been rent open without care, the intestinal tubes removed, and festooned upon the stone obelisks. You can just get bored on this one? I can't get to this. If I can, I don't know how to get to it. Never mind. That was surprisingly easy. Science. Add things to receptacle. Give me a second. Unzip. Gotta put something in here, but I don't know what. Not my dick, presumably. How am I now? Another lab structure connected to the larger facility beyond. By the entrance is a computer terminal placed atop a canister, its screen displaying some form of information. Can't see from now. Pod winch, a motor or winch of some variety, is nestled between the lab entrance and the sculpture's upper arm. Okay. You can move it, maybe?
Security system, looks like, overlooking the site below.
They must have recorded everything.
Not review footage? Whoops. Enhance. Corbin 1821.11. What you doing, Corbin? Touching the orb. assume I'm looking for a particular frame here that I need to play it on. It's probably the frame I actually stopped it on. Going on there? Just repeating myself now. Can I not go back? Oh. Okay. Are we watching him type it in? Okay, 1467. Okay. I don't know where I would put that code in. There. Locked out. Can I get to that door that I was looking at? Says to return to a mobile lab and put in the code, but I don't know where to go.
Never seen anything like this.
Me either. It's not like any culture on the surface.
It predates Western civilization.
At the bottom of the ocean?
It was not always at the bottom.
Pillar of geometric stone shimmers in the dull glow of electric lights. The patterns that emboss its surface seem both too chaotic and alien to be artificial, and too intricate to be extravagant or to be natural. Where was that? Hey, Banana, how you getting on? It just opened the door I was trying to get through. Let's see, maybe it did. Oh? Oh, yes.
Gah!
What the fuck?
King, damn it all.
Oh, God.
How's this game? Pretty gross. Pretty gross, Banana.
They look almost
Melted?
partially digested.
Delicious. Okay, well, guess we're doing this, so. A nightmare combination of drill and needle. Kane's R&D must have been cackling as they developed this. This might pinch a little. Why'd you go for there? Why did you aim for there, Mac? That was right in that guy's eyeball. Ah! It's actually worse zoomed out. Oops. Right. Right, instead of jizzing into this thing, I think instead we're gonna put this into it.
Adding sample genetics to database.
Alright. Melt it.
Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress.
How did that go? All frozen now? Can I just smash it with a hammer? Wrench, one of the better improvisational defensive tools. Sturdy, carries good heft. Bonk. No? No bonk? No bonk. Okay. I think we need more liquid nitrogen.
Clean room sterilization system active.
Do it again.
Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress. Liquid nitrogen decontamination in progress.
Can I? Now do it.
Warning. Liquid nitrogen overload.
Oh, that's cold.
Clear the room.
The floor will be slick, Mac. Be careful with your footing.
Gonna be He's skating around this place. How you getting on, Banana? If you're still with me. Why?
Kane's rain.
Are those bodies? It's a creature made of bodies?
I do not like this.
Yeah, same, Bear.
This place. It's just a descent into madness.
You are beginning to understand.
Exam starts. Ouch. Monstrous form. I didn't die. This wasn't me. I didn't do this to you. The pillar of floral cartilage, enthroned atop a pedestal, stands draped in a crown of mist. A malodor of dirt and fecal matter rolls off from it as gangrenous bile seeps from its dew-drenched form. They're having a good day anyway, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't see shit. There's nothing to see, probably. What would I put in here? This, maybe? No. Anybody else have anything I could look at? No. Okay. I don't think you have anything for this just yet. I don't really want to get closer to the pillar of flesh. Exactly. Poggers. You guys are gonna have to talk one at a time. I cannot understand you. Is there like a little insect in that skull? Played some Rainbow Six and Hypnospace Outlaw earlier. Last day of gaming for a week. Oh god. What's this? That's just a guy. He's just pogger. He's just pogging. Okay, I think these are genetic sequencing. Bacterial genetic sequencing. Glad I'm not eating right now. Spam. Chocolize. People, do you want the truth about the Transcendence chip? The church says the device will let you live on in the Nexus, but that's not true. Don't be fooled by their lies. Protect yourself and your body from Kane's deceit. Yellow leaf always, yellow leaf forever. Okay. Right, what did we try to delete? Crystalline something? I'm good, Pillar of Flesh. I'm good. Can I have this? DM of Wide Berth. Body parts. The cabbage patch of nightmarish and distended bulbs warble and shudder as they grow from a carpet of creeping flesh. Maw-like orifices ringed with toothed protrusions stand agape as if primed to slam shut on any wandering appendage. Fucking hate this place. just meat. This cluster of nightmarish thorn sprouts push their way out from behind the specimen container, their engorged mass subtly throbbing. It's me, subtly throbbing. Did I even get here? Locked entrance. Peeled formations creep across the floor, reminiscent of centipede-like plants. The remains of an exorciated chest are cradled by a mob of restless finger-like protrusions that block the doorway. I mean, it's really well written. It's horrible, but it's really well written horror. Can I even get there without being killed by the flesh pillar? Human soup. Hang on. I gotta read this one. Human soup. Below the cloud of mist lie dozens of knock-kneed spongy forms, half-digested corpses, their jellied meat dissolved and congealed into a carpet of steaming biomass porridge. He loves using porridge for these things. A rich aroma of decaying fruit wafts upward, pushing your stomach to the verge of revolt. Ugh. I hate it here.
Warning. Highly toxic atmosphere detected. Proceed with caution.
Oh, we won't be going in there.
Looks like spores coming off this thing.
Highly volatile, I'm afraid. You should stay clear. Or find a way to purge the air.
I'd purge this whole fucking place if I could.
Yep, same, Mac.
Language, Mac.
Okay, I don't think I have anything that can do that. Oh wait, we can do this maybe. I don't think this is enough though. I need to introduce it into the atmosphere or something. Not be here when I do that. Okay. Yes. I understand. Okay, that's another way out. Alright, where the fuck am I now? At least they've stopped yelling at me.
More bodies here.
Yay!
In bags. Stacked this time.
For disposal. Kane security forces.
We don't know that.
I think we do.
Yes, we do.
I think we do at this point, Mac. Body bags. Nearly a dozen body bags have been lined along the shower duckboards, showing a level of care that contrasts sharply with the more chaotic and indulgent scenes of violence so far encountered. So we have, like, warring atrocities going on here. We have whatever Cthulhu nonsense that we just saw in the last room. And then we have corporate cleaners who came in to sort of clean up the site, put everybody in body bags and try to get everything neat and tidy before blowing the place up. And then I think maybe some of the scientists went a bit crazy also, so we got some weird shit happening down here. Storage tubes inject the sleeper into a sealed pod, allowing for claustrophobic isolation from the clamor of work and machinery. A screen nearby displays the biometrics of pods in use. Right. I don't understand what this puzzle is. I have a toe tag though. Yummy. Embalmed corpse. The body was embalmed for long-term storage, most likely to prevent decomposition. Fungal growth rides from within the corpse, slowly converting flesh into yeasty mush while emitting an odor of spicy coriander. Mmm. Lovely.
You gotta be kidding me.
More of that plant-like growth. This is horrid.
Plants should not grow like this.
The containment is quite volatile, yes.
But what is it? Something native to this undersea environment?
Precisely. Completely indigenous.
They were using embalming fluid.
Maybe trying to stop the spread of it. Careful, that stuff burns hot.
This? No, not that. Be this. But now I have embalming fluid. What am I doing with the embalming fluid? Okay, I don't know, but I have it. Can I put him back? I just... What? What is this puzzle? Just close it back up again. Okay, I think that's all I can do here. Apparently missed something, so just gonna go back and get it. Yeah, we gotta go back through this horrible room again, unfortunately. Okay. We haven't checked in on Moses in a while. Okay, so it's time to address this weird looking puzzle. So we want to select life support. Go back to Mac. See if we can find life support in that grid.
And we are stronger. You will.
Okay, so it's this one. One back with Moses has red and top left. It's 1, 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 5, and 4, 5, then 3. 3, 4, 2, 5, 5, 3. One, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 4, 5.
Alert. Atmosphere flush complete.
No! Be careful, Moses! Luckily, Moses does not need to breathe. They are a robot bear. Let's deal with the fire. Hey, Doomtronic, how you getting on? Storage containers. The storage boxes appear dilapidated, though more recent damage hints at containers that have been pried open and pilfered. Celaya Priestess X, or 9, probably. Personal log, here we go again. After the initial shock, it's a wild ride of laughter, tears, and cravings. I'm a lousy parent. Why does Kane keep blessing me with children? Message to Lisa Simpson. Lisa needs braces. Thought occurred to me as the Kane Day celebrations came to a close. Patient numbers. Fog of memories is like an amniotic fluid. He will be reborn and transformed by new knowledge, not unlike our glorious father Kane. As I pondered this, a minor quake shook the mule. No one was hurt. Could this mean that he is a crucial step towards true ascension beyond the Nexus? No. I don't want to presume too much, you shouldn't. But the area isn't prone to tectonic activity, and no one could explain what caused the quake. Having a beer after work? Nice. Might want to not look at the screen while you're drinking, though. There's some horrible shit in this game. I had a Juka shake an hour ago, and now I'm literally crying from the pain. I never suffered from acid reflux before this pregnancy, and now I'm wondering what other surprises may be in store. If this is a gift, then why does it feel like my body is rebelling? Encrypted message to the Choka board. Exalted Father on high, I received some interesting information from one of the staff, Dr. Lisa Simpson, who approached me to discuss numbers afflicted with an unknown ailment. For brevity, I have included a report written up by Dr. Hairfest, who was brought in to study the patient. In summary, it posits that Bunch of Numbers has somehow inherited the memories. Dr. Simpson claims to have confirmed these reports personally. So this is a person who had gone into the temple or had been attacked by something, and now their memories are merging with the memories of some previous host, or something like that. If there is even a shred of truth in all this, developing the means to transpose memories would have tremendous implications for the Church. It could pave the path to extending the lives of our venerable members and representatives, of course, the people who can afford to do it. Revolutionize how we teach and raise those within the Kane family. I recommend that this research be prioritized, but we'll proceed as you deem fit. Personal log. Today at lunch, Yvette asked me if I was planning a baby moon. I pretended to be above such indulgences, but really I would love some time away to get comfortable with the reality of this child. A baby moon. Like a honeymoon? Oh, baby? Like maternal leave? No? Anyway. Report excerpt eyes only, prepared by Dr. Hairfirst and Anna Clara Daniels. Closer inspection of the microbial infection growing in patient Bunch of Numbers' brain revealed a wedge-shaped object implanted between C1 and C2. The thing is crudely manufactured, but the initial infection has spread from its piercing tip. Stabbed by something. Personal log. I have liaised with Baron, and we are at loggerheads over how to proceed with this heretical matter. Our debates are made more challenging by my uncle's obvious glee at my condition. He always seems happier than I am about my fruitfulness. Worthy of a priestess of Cain, and he uses praise to avoid responding to my arguments. What am I to him, really? What am I to Cain? You know what you are at this point. Compounding my heterodox nightmare, the archaeology department reported that the cover stone that had been placed over the recovered human remains was carved at least 2,000 years before their death. The timeline of human achievement canonized by the Church does not permit for such an aberration. Were it not for the potential significance of PS-139, I would have shut down this entire operation a long time ago. Oh, is it throwing the reputation of your church into disarray, knowing that these things predate you? Lisa is now a participant in the dream, along with a bunch of numbers. She's been screaming for 7 days straight. I'm not sure if they are screams of ecstasy or pain, but I can't help envying the intensity of her experience. She was using... what do you call it? Not lymph glands. It's not spinal fluid, but it's like spinal fluid. What am I trying to think of? Anyway, she was using that to sort of also experience the memories because she was getting a sort of narcotic high from it as well, but you know, things didn't end well for her. Anyway, personal log. I can feel the iron hold of my incarcerator tighten as I struggle to free myself from its gestating grip. That's one way to talk about your child. I wish to visit the mother's shrine on my next shore leave, but first I must repent for these thoughts. Message to Corbin. Corbin, I've received multiple reports of staff suffering from hallucinations similar to what we've observed in Bunch of Numbers. We are not prepared for an outbreak. I recommend that high security containment and quarantine procedures be enacted immediately, at least until we have a better understanding of the microbe. You are instructed to bypass Baron and have the team organized by Choka directly. Adrenochrome, I guess? It's like... whatever your lymph glands secrete. That's what I was thinking of. Anyway. Personal log. Despite the quarantine and aerosolized form... oh, aerosolized, great. Great. Of PS-139 has spread throughout the facility. Is this the work of Yellowleaf? We've locked down this mule. Yellowleaf are like a resistant / rebellious group against the Kane Corporation. This would be like if there was a full-on rebel alliance against Amazon. This is effectively what's going on here. We've locked down this mule quadrant as best we can. Dr. Moon managed to get the air filtration working. Then she said her oculars were glitching and she needed a special tool from her office. I haven't seen her since. Yeah, then she got the fuck out of there. It's harder to imagine this as a divine gift when the corridors are filled with screams. I've started seeing things, slivers of others' memories, flashes of violence. I've seen what the infection is doing to some of my colleagues, and I dread succumbing to it. Security is attempting to control the situation, but failing. Well, they're controlling it by killing people, but okay. I alerted corporate earlier today, and they assured me they'd send help. I can only pray to Father and Mother that they get here soon. Kane be with us. Midichlorians. Yeah, that's the one. Personal log. By the Mother, the security teams are killing everyone. Yeah, she's just figured that out. The order must have come from Baron. Damn you, Corbin. By the grace of Kane, I've managed to hide, but I hear gunshots echoing through the halls. Glory to the Mother, who protected and guided us as we took to the stars. They always seem to conveniently forget that Kane tore himself out of the Mother, who was the player character in the last game. Like, fully grown, he ripped himself out. Anyway, that was a bad ending to that game. Reverence to the Mother, for whose womb His Holiness was reborn. Supplication to the Mother, whose flesh sustains us and keeps us pure of soul. Exhortation to the Newman, who will guide us to paradise. Right, so this is a crazy person. Burnt bodies. A pair of charred corpses lie crumpled on the floor. Stifling odor of rot and advanced decay wafting upward. A couple of fingers have snapped off on the nearest body, while its remaining hand is frozen in a clasp. What this? Well, it's mine now. Melted rapid expanding foam. Something. Empty breast pump. Unfortunately, I know where we're going with that, but... Okay. I don't want to, but we're going there. Klaxons in the distance. There's klaxons everywhere. This whole place is falling apart. So, for people who may not know, or haven't caught up on previous parts, we are at the bottom of the ocean, 20,000 leagues under the sea. We came here to salvage what we thought was an abandoned oil rig. Turns out the oil rig was a cover for a deep sea research base. They're researching, amongst other things, some Cthulhu things. There is a biological parasite down here that can help regrow people, and it's also keeping the marine life down here alive. There's like sharks and fish that are surviving down here at pressures that would absolutely have crushed them otherwise. But as you might have noticed, it has some other problems when it encounters human beings. Anyway, we're stuck here because our attempt to escape in a submersible, it reactivated a bunch of systems, and those systems were responsible for suppressing the self-destruct signal that had come from corporate. And since we turned all those systems back on, the oil rig self-destructed and the connection to the surface is gone. So we're pretty much stuck there. Hopefully not forever. This state-of-the-art imager is used to construct holographic impressions of patients. However, it is prohibited in most facilities due to the immense amount of magnetic energy it delivers, which has been known to bend and yank entire bulkheads from their housing. Oh, well, we need this thing. Right. How do I disengage you without ripping my arm off? I guess that was wrong. Okay, let's go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 4, 3. Oh. It's gonna keep going. 1, 3. I'm gonna try this one and then we'll try something. Alright. Brute force will take too long. There's 10,000 combination. No. 100,000 combinations, something like that. 10 to the power of 4, so 10 with 4 zeros behind. Yeah, no, 10,000. That's right the first time. Okay. Pictures. Oh, I think that... No. Wait, is that the character from the first game? I thought when Kane came out he was like a fully grown adult, but maybe he wasn't. That was the impression I got from the end of the game. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, we have a breast pump, and I know where I can find a disembodied boob. Unfortunately.
But don't you see our work with the church?
Chop.
Back.
Chop.
Achieving success.
Chop. Chop. I'm tired of your propaganda. Stop talking to me. Alright, disembodied breast.
Children should not drink this.
I really wish I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, me too. Right. Getting out of here. Hopefully never ever having to come back here. Full breast pump. It looks like mint soda, but tastes like bean curd. Jesus Christ, right. I missed it? No. That's unfortunate. I'm not going back to the disembodied boob. It's gross. Oh, there it is there. I'm dumb. Alright, now we have that thing. Maybe we can open this guy's door now. I'm pretty sure this guy is just a brain. And he doesn't realize he's just a brain. I think I need to put something to spark this or something like that, but I don't think I have anything. Just in case Doom Training actually did miss it, since we're here. Actually, oh, no I can't. I was wondering. Alright, there you go. You better have looked at it that time. Christ. And if you didn't, tough, it's too late. Okay, what is Charlie doing? Oh, yeah. There's a giant undersea maggot here that we need to destroy because we can't get past them. It's not very sexy, sure. Sure isn't. Okay, so we need the lighter and flamethrower with this.
Embalming fluid should
Sick.
work for fuel in the flamethrower and this lighter.
Good work.
They'll burn out quickly though, so move fast.
It reminds me of my childhood engineering projects, only with fewer burnt trees and police sirens. Okay. We have a flamethrower, so it's time to go full John Carpenter's The Thing on this. Well, one of the horrors in this room. Fortunately, we can't deal with the more pressing one. But the one that's blocking our route, we can at least do something about that. Fuck you, pricks!
Fire at Alpha Planet 1. Fire suppression system is not available. Evacuate immediately.
I hope you find peace. If not the Nexus.
It's gone?
Burned it. It's dead.
Thank God.
Spores are gone too.
Okay, I didn't think he was gonna set the whole thing on fire. I thought he was just gonna set this bit on fire.
That's probably the door to Omega Base. Gotta get it open somehow.
Locked from pod gantry. Day 20 of quarantine. The situation here just got a lot worse. I've locked myself in the clean room. The organic mass has now expanded to fill the entire lab. It ate Forbes. A poor bastard made a food run but didn't get past the front bulkhead. He was absorbed and digested. Couldn't watch. All of us were having headaches and seeing things. I suggested we burn it. But Gelman said, like hell are we burning his friends when there is a chance Kane can reverse this process. I should be safe right here behind the observation glass. Well, you weren't. Oh, what was the fucking code? 1... I don't remember. 1967, 1367. It was none of those. It was 1467. Alright, we're out. Finally. Oh, it still smells horrible down here. Skewered bodies. The bodies hang like cadaverous decorations thrust against the wooden spikes by some unknown force. Globules of thickened blood slowly droop down the wooden stakes and into the pit below. Love it. Orban Security System. Tobias Crumman, Model Gen 2.0, personal android to Dave Gallagher, company synth liaison. Kane Luna Link successful, memory wipe complete, ordered, received from administrator, SG, link closed. Message encrypted from Stevie G. Corbin, a new mission, my plastic friend, keep an eye on Gallagher, report back. System internal diagnostic report, I have been paired with Dave Gallagher for his tenure on the Mule, he does not look upon artificial life kindly, classic yellow leaf. System. Lab analyzed the contents of Master Dave Gallagher's stomach and found high levels of the peptide SSMPT, toxin found in the venom of a Scolopendra subspecies. I'm opening an investigation to determine whether the toxin came... I'm opening an investigation to determine where the toxin came from and whether or not this was an attempt on Master Gallagher's life. I will not be alerting security personnel until they are ruled out as a potential suspect. What do you think a Scolopendra is? Scolopendra. Didn't think that. Scolopendra is a centipede. So it was a poisonous centipede. System. Traces of an arthropod exoskeleton were found in the meat grinder in Mess Hall 1. It belonged to the same species as the venom found in Master Gallagher's stomach. Chef Mason has been placed on leave from the mule and dispatched to Deep Sea 15. All employees who had access to the kitchen are being questioned. Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Kabur was also spotted with Chef Mason around the time of the poisoning, but at this point there is no further evidence to suggest collusion. Message encrypted to Stevie G. After noticing a considerable decline in my processing speeds, I ran diagnostics. I discovered large packs of encrypted files that were somehow hidden from my operating system. I don't know how my firewall was breached or what the files contained, but I am confident they were uploaded by Master Gallagher. How should I proceed? BG, I tried decrypting the files using every known exploit, but to no avail. If Master Gallagher is Yellowleaf, as you suspect, then Corporate is more vulnerable than we imagined. He probably intends to use me to transport the files since my clearance frees me from routine security scans. I will keep an eye on him. He could lead us to others. It's unlikely he's working alone. System internal memo. I am experiencing a recurring image stutter that overrides my optical receptors, similar to what humans call a visual hallucination. It always ends with my hands around the throat of a man. He mumbles incoherently as he struggles for breath, and then he falls to the ground and goes silent. I'm aware that the termination is justified even before Lieutenant Stevie G tells me it is. I don't know if this is a malfunction caused by the file dumps or a glimpse into my life before the last routine data wipe. Maybe it's both. Message encrypted to Baron Deep Sea 15. Master Baron, Madame Celaya has requested that I bypass your authority and discuss an urgent matter directly with the Choka. Details are enclosed, right? This is the pregnant woman trying to get him to lift lockdown. System. Quarantine of the Lower Mule was characterized by rampant disorganization and impetuous rationale. Despite my invulnerability to infection, I have been locked inside the temple ruins by the Black Ops unit. Some others were also healthy when the doors were sealed, but unlike me, they will not stay that way. System. I overheard Master James tell Master Frick that he got an illegal eidetic memory enhancement before joining the Mule team. If any Kane officers find these logs, investigate this data exploit vector. System. The Omega Lab is now a no-go area for human staff. Project Kitchen Knife is on the loose. It has already consumed the Brygo specimens and most of the remaining Omega research team and Blister techs, so I am leaving it as a temporary obstacle for the temple infestation. Project Kitchen Knife was the creature that was stalking us in the first Stasis game, so that's somehow made its way down here. Great. System. To be safe, I recalled the pod to the Omega Lab. I am switching to hibernation mode to conserve what little energy I have. I will awaken periodically to check on the situation. System. My synth skin is flexing uncontrollably. I need an oil bath and a defrag. System. Nothing to report. System. Nothing to report except screams heard from below. Starvation and cannibalism are assumed. Diverting security access to the Omega Lab to preclude access to the mule. System. Motion detected. Investigated. Nothing to report. System. My neutron power cell is nearly depleted. My gyro woke me up when it detected a position change. I'm being dragged into the well. Limbs locked up. System error. Well, got dragged into the pit.
Pod lift inaccessible. Docking procedure must be completed.
Think this pod will take me down to where you are, Charlie.
Oh, another lock.
Yeah. Have to get it off somehow.
Do I have anything that would remove it? No. I don't think so, right? Okay. Alright, Charlie's been hanging out at the bottom of the ocean. We should probably get her out of there by now. Melted rapid expanding foam canister. We're lucky that the valve melted in a way to keep the contents inside. We'll need to find a way to replace the valve before we can use this. Well, they do have a valve. Actos. Not sure what we'll use this for yet, but apparently having a spare won't hurt.
The valves melted off these canisters, but with the new one, the foam should release.
Right. Fuck you, maggot. I'm not watching you because I'm you. Yeah, there's a giant maggot down there. It's not anymore. Well, I mean...
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, it is, but...
I felt that from in here.
There.
Are you okay? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm okay. I broke off the bow of the ship. It fell on top of that thing.
Inspired.
If it worked.
Okay. Let's see what's happened to him. Front fell off? I mean, the front was already off. We just pushed it over the edge, really. Been down here for quite a few years at this point. I'm not sure the exact date this game is set in, but it's considerably in the future.
It's... I killed it. It's dead.
You don't sound thrilled.
It was huge. It was... unique.
It was disgusting.
Oh, it's...
But it's still gone.
Warning. Energy reserves below 5%.
Oh, 5% now.
You will be too if you don't hurry.
I mean, the Boeing engineers are fine. It's that they are not allowed to do their job. That's the real issue. Flesh eggs, great. A dozen goose flesh pods bounce in the gentle current, tethered to the cave floor by a thick web of mucus. Great. Bones. The bones can finally rest without being sucked and gnawed raw. Somebody would gnaw me raw. Anyway. Squashed maggot. Crumpled form of the dead grub slowly excretes a smoky, milky vapor, saturating the water with chalky bile and tangles of expelled innards. There's the figurehead that landed on it. The rapid downward descent of the figurehead has detonated the engorged entazon like a rupturing cyst, crushing and bursting the creature under its weight. Sorry about this, Takeda Banana. You're still able to eat your dinner. Closer inspection reveals fleshy eggs that each contain bloated larvae contorted and wrapped into a ball, floating within a bubble of sordid fluids. Delicious.
Warning. Electrical intensification detected.
Super.
I love that all of the big monopoly companies have become shitheels. Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought? Just giving them carte blanche to just take over the entire industry, they wouldn't turn into absolute shitheads. Bunches of pods dot the cave entrance, the tips of their ovoid forms glistening in the tunnel's fluorescent light. Can't see shit. Scrapped rover. The scrapped rover bears various containers and sample extraction tools, its surface slowly succumbing to rust and deterioration.
Looking at a drone here. Twin prop.
Kitted for sample collection, looks like. Anything useful?
Let's find out.
Something here.
Caution. Unfertilized scrubber eggs detected.
Huh.
Unfertilized scrubber eggs. Alright, well I got that. Unfertilized scrubber egg. The electrical swarm is probably waiting for a male to fertilize them. Do we have the male? One limp electro shrimp. It looks like Kane was using these to clean the station's exterior with a ventral mounted electrical screw. It doesn't say if it's male or not. It must be. Why else would we have it? Anyway, combining those two is probably what we're meant to do, but I don't think I should do that here. Back to the bear. It's time to trap us a horrible monstrosity creature. Alright, for anyone who didn't see it, this is what we're trying to trap. It's pretty great. Pretty great. Right. We gotta give it a tasty meal. It'll come looking for it.
An interesting stratagem, my friend.
Will end well. And we've already gotten its... We've recorded its cry, so... We're broadcasting into the audio lab, so this should... bring it in there. Here goes. Nice. See that thing fucking skitter? Well, he's in there. I hope.
Got it. Moses got it. I trapped it. It is not scary now.
It's still pretty scary,
Well played,
Moses.
Moses.
I am a very smart bear now.
What the fuck? Is that its... You know what? I don't want to know. I'm good. I don't want to know. Alright, we can get in here now at least.
You are in sample analysis.
Finally in an area that isn't incredibly high security, apparently. Okay, Dr. Dismian Hirfesh, Chief Medical Officer. Report confidential. Patient, bunch of numbers, has been in my care for 10 days. He exhibits the classic symptoms of a bacterial or viral infection: high fever, headache, sore throat, joint and muscle pain, weakness, and abdominal pain. We have isolated him in an isobaric chamber and observed a strict protocol. Although his condition is not within my area of expertise, I have been asked to document patient bunch of numbers' cognitive state. Better or worse, he does not seem fully aware of his physical condition. Dr. Atlas Moon, a veteran and student of the renowned Geradas Milan, that's his name, will perform genomic analysis of the microbe. Report confidential to Solaya. Update on my previous report: the infection has progressed and patient bunch of numbers is now bleeding from every orifice. Nice. At the same time, he does not seem to be in any pain. Bunch of Numbers maintains his journal and converses with medical staff. Surprisingly, the language he speaks is Russian, which isn't listed in his professional profile. Perhaps it's childhood regression in response to the trauma of his condition. He seems to be merging with the memories of the two Russian guys that are on the slab. Too far. Report confidential to Celaya. Bunch of Numbers keeps falling into a fugue state. His vocabulary now extends to what can only be described as Proto-Mayan. Unfortunately, our records only cover a few of the terms he has used, and he cannot recall anything he spoke about after regaining full consciousness. He's merging with a bunch of different people, memories. Message to Atlas Moon. Dr. Moon, my report is attached to for your perusal. The stasis pods of the 3 products I requested for study have just arrived. I will begin my observations post-haste. The 3 products he's talking about are people. That was sort of the premise of the first Stasis game, is that you were on... about to go on a holiday to one of the moons of Titan with your wife and daughter, but when you woke up you were aboard the Groom Lake, which was a corporate black site spaceship for research. You had been in deep sleep for X number of months, you're not really sure how long. When you woke up, the whole ship had gone to shit, and it turned into very dead space after that point. But that's what they're talking about. People are products, everything. This is kind of what they're a little bit too literal on this one. Personal log. I am convinced the patient Bunch of Numbers recollections are real, even if they are not his. The live PS139 Parasite 139, isolated by Dr. Moon, could have incredible medical applications. Following exposure, the 3 products, 2 children, 1 adult female, started falling into the same dreamlike states experienced by Bunch of Numbers. The children began speaking fluent Russian and recalled events from a life in Severomorsk, as though they'd witnessed them personally. Meanwhile, the adult female recounted an unspeakable sacrificial ceremony from what must be an exceedingly ancient culture. Then we're back to the top. Okay. Also, patient Bunch of Numbers, I believe, is the guy we're trying to get out of that room that we put the magnet on. Okay. Centipede. Dead centipede? I haven't a fucking clue what I'm looking at now. More centipedes. Japanese centipedes. It's censored down here. Spam. Dearest Peter Marshall, it's time to take action. Gather the necessary tools and materials for this procedure, including gloves, sterile gauze, skin glue, tweezers, a magnifier, and a local anesthetic to numb the area. Use your fingers to locate the small irregular bump at the bottom of the skull and clean the area with the disinfectant solution. Make an incision at its base. Once the Transcendence chip has been exposed, carefully grip it with the tweezers and gently pull it out. It is essential to be careful and avoid pulling too hard, as this could cause damage and complete paralysis. After removing the interface, clean the area with sterile gauze and a disinfectant solution. Finally, apply the skin glue to the site to protect it from infection. You can now think and act freely. Join us in the fight for pure humanity. Yellow leaf always, yellow leaf forever. Don't do that, kids. Gotta go. No worries, Peter Banana. The VODs will be there, and I'll probably still be here when your exams are over. Good luck with them. Okay, genomic sequencing. Okay. Male and female? What was this? That's female. I don't know what this is. Alright, that's a seeker. Or not a seeker, a scrubber. More scrubbers. More scrubbers. Okay, I don't know why we're looking at scrubbers, but anyway. Rows of sparking control panels line the wall, be decked in a variety of readouts, dials, and switches. None seem operational. Habitat. Tendrils of greenery spill out from the contained habitat, worming through the edges of the glass and creeping across the screen like a procession of caterpillars. Robotic storage unit. A robotic sorting arm diligently toils to sort samples between various storage units. Numerous faulty and contaminated units entrap the arm in an endless cycle of shuffling spoiled specimens. His job is never done. Retrieve sample. Right, where's the one we have? Looks like it's that. Spidery legs? Okay. No. Yeah, that one has all those things on it. Is there another one that has that? Bust. Okay. Oh, and it has like a thin head. That one?
Specimen retrieved.
Right.
Good work, Mose. Good work.
Doesn't look like the same creature to me.
It isn't. Merely a proto-specimen. Basic genetic engineering will be required, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, we have it. Okay, so Mac has access to a magnifying glass. Or a microscope. Have to go back into this horrible lab again.
As I said, basic genetic engineering.
This isn't exactly my wheelhouse, you know.
You are a smart Mac.
The smartest.
Smartest Mac there ever was.
So, what? I need to combine these things somehow?
No. You need to remove the proper gene sequences from the proto-organism and implant them in the embryo version for gestation.
Like you said. Basic.
Okay, they're all gene pairs. Okay, Moses has access to this, so what's he looking for? Here? C1. G1. It's only two, though. Where are the rest of them? Are we meant to know what the corresponding pairs are? I'm looking for this as well. Well, they're all ones, so if we are just doing the corresponding pairs, then one of each letter.
Is that... Did I actually...
Successful genetic engineering. Congratulations.
Okay.
Smartest Mac.
4 years in college to do that, but okay.
It is in its infancy. But it is in a maturation chamber. You simply need to wait for it to grow.
Not sure I like the sound of that.
Okay, so we're waiting for this thing to go. Maturation chamber germinal. I can actually see it growing. Fighting the urge to smash it in the hopes that it won't eat our faces once it's popped out. I hope it doesn't do that. So, she's the one who'll need to use this. There's a swarm of scrubbers near us.
Oh my god.
Pretty.
It's hazy on the camera. What is that?
Scrubbers. Like the one that melted the crane circuitry, remember?
And you said one by itself could fry your whole suit.
Yeah.
4% energy reserves remaining.
Are the scrubbers swarming?
There are.
Yeah. Around the docking ring.
Then you have a problem. Those are females. They are swarming because they have no males to copulate with. Working scrubber broods are always kept female. They're easier to manage.
Wow.
They don't look very easy to manage to me. I wouldn't last 2 seconds in there.
Is there a way around?
Well, same,
No,
but not, probably not for the
that
same
path
reason.
is the only one that leads to Alpha Base.
Well, luckily we have a male on the way. Maturation chamber accelerates the growth of the scrubber, therefore it should be fully matured pretty soon. Scrubber swarm! A swarm of deadly scrubbers squirms in the murky water as the water boils from the high heat generated by the electric shrimp. Blue sparkles are emitted. The Alpha Base docking ring is tantalizingly close. So of the kind of... That's not scripted deaths, what am I trying to say? There are hidden, like, death options you can take in this game, and one of them we encountered, because I did it deliberately. was picking up a scrubber that was still active while in the diving suit, and it just short circuits Charlie's whole suit and she dies. That's one way to die. That's why we have this one. It's unconscious because we knocked it out so it wasn't sparking anymore. Right, how much longer is this thing gonna take? I think I have to, like, complete a puzzle or something and then it'll be ready? Maturation chamber. Can we call it Robbie? Why are we calling it Robbie? Robbie the Scrubber. Oh, it's blue now. Mature. It's not winning any beauty contests, but we could use this to inseminate something. Another scrubber, presumably. Alright, so it's ready now.
Insane.
You wouldn't make it 10 feet in that.
No. But I can see the docking ring for Alpha. If I can get there.
3% energy reserves remaining.
That's not good. Alright, good luck, champ. You've got several hundred females to satisfy. I don't envy you.
Sorry, little guy. I don't think you're going to like the attention.
Well, there's a swimming orgy over there. He sexed it so hard he died. What a way to go. Now they're being eaten by whatever these fucking things are. Algae. A wispy mane of algae and grit grows from the suit's exterior, swaying in time with the water's current. Mucus. Thick webbed strands of mucus-like tissue carpet the floors and walls of the cave interior, crawling out from under the intruding tide of mud like a phlegmy weed. Diving suit. The empty diving suit presents its head as if submitting to execution. Here's a docking ring. Diving suit dock allows escaping from the claustrophobic confines of oxygen-starved aquatic gear, as well as access to whatever supposed sanctuary may lie beyond. Let's find out.
Hard link connected. Docking ring powered.
You have to be kidding me.
It has a lock.
Warning. 2% energy reserves remaining.
When do I catch your break?
Can you rig it? Can you...
Let me focus.
Okay. If I had these, we could probably do something with them. Or this. That would actually be ideal. Could free up that acetylene torch. Okay. We need somebody else's help before we can make progress. We never did find out what this thing is for. I feel like we run out of stuff to use on this. I used to rub my arms with this stuff back on the front line. It also keeps the nasal passages clean. It reminds me of Mom's cooking. Wow. This go in here? Okay. Well, it went in. Potassium permanganate. Put this guy in here? Go. Maybe the metal from this? I wonder what the market is for old artifacts. This old piece of iron is crumbling into dust as I speak. Iron? Okay. Then aluminium, we could use that. Alright, well that works. What's the last thing we needed for thermite? Ferric oxide is rust. Maybe I have to crush it. We'll do it. I pulverized the plaque, and all that is left is a bit of iron rust dust, but I have no idea why I'm keeping it. Maybe I can throw it into the eyes of an attacker. No, throwing it in this. Thermite. Warning, exothermic reduction, oxidation, redox when ignited. That's the plan. Alright, we got ourselves some thermite. Thermite. I admit I was hoping for something more explosive, but I'm happy as long as it does damage and gives us a show. Okay, we got the thermite. And that should really help out Charlie. Thermite. Homebrewed thermite. Should be able to eat through most metals, even underwater. That's the plan.
This better work. Or I'm dead in the water.
1% energy reserves remaining.
Literally, I'm afraid.
My Charlie.
Sick. Get the fuck out of here. Boaters. Deep sea spoders, you know it's bad. Come on, Girdle. What am I stuck on? Breathe
I
on!
made it. I'm here. I'm in.
It's too close. It's too goddamn close. Language, Mac.
It's okay. I'm safe. I'm here.
Are we? What's up with your
I'm
face?
safe.
Face really red? That's just a weird effect of the game.
Oh, that was too close.
Real air, Charlie.
Well,
Yeah, Moses. It's good. Oh, it's good.
Where are you now?
Alpha base. Alpha base.
You say that name in a way I don't like.
retro suit. The sturdier yet retro design of the diving suit shows evidence that the expedition to this point was done at an earlier technological time. Been here a very long time. The surface of this room has been choked by clusters of organic webbing. Old diving suit. The old bulbous diving suit has been designed to navigate extreme ocean depths, its thick layers of metal plating allowing it and its wearer to survive pulverizing water pressures. steal something from it. Cable clips. Oh, nice. I can get another acetylene torch out of there. Who has the torch? You do.
Another day, another acetylene torch reload.
Could do it with your eyes closed.
Mech arm. The mechanical arm sits trapped within a nest of the webbed strands, its captivity withholding its ability to perform maintenance and repairs. Dated maps. The barely legible map suggests this small module was a staging point for deeper expeditions. Scribbled lines indicate a history of recorded exploration into the alphabet. Routing terminal. Alpha Lab, manifest control, insert routing tag or blank card. Don't. What would I even want here? Don't know where that needs to go, so let's go back to that later. Bulkhead. The bulkhead's elephantine frame suggests it was built to allow for the transit and transport of equipment as well as the crew.
Recompression is in progress. Recompression is in progress. Recompression is in progress.
Hyperbaric recompression is in progress. Do not attempt to leave dock before procedures complete. Alright. I think Charlie's stuck here for a little bit. So... what else did she pick? So she has the acetylene torch now. Is a toy snake? He bites like a crocodile. Oh, are they crocodile clips? Hang on. We can use that on the door to the trapped guy's thing. It's sparking, so we can use the cable clips to activate it.
Look. I have opened your door using cleverness.
You are my savior, Moses. I owe you a great debt. Hurry, my friend. But be careful. It is dark here.
Alright, Farhan, are you a brain in a jar?
You are in medical observation lab.
Transfer system. A receptacle for a manner of transfer tube reminiscent of pneumatic tubes. A draft of rank air exhales out from the tunnel's throat. So we're in medical observation. Charlie might be able to send us something. Puddles of water stain and corrode the lab floor while slowly dissolving bundles of discarded notes and documentation. A cluster of tools, apparatus, and samples lie scattered between pencils and scrawled notes. What's going on over here? Body. The flesh-stripped body hangs from a cruciform frame surrounded by halos of blood splatter. The exposed brain pierced by a wreathed crown of draped wiring. This is our guy, isn't it? A pair of bulky containers appear, designed for high pressure or extreme temperature storage. They reek of spoiled flesh.
Farhan?
Oh my lord.
It's your boy.
Where is Farhan?
You're looking at him.
You are kidding me. What is it? Turn on the lights so I can see.
The lights are on.
I don't understand. Why can I not see?
I don't think you have eyes.
No eyes.
I am confused. Where is Moses? If you can see me, why... You
don't have a body. From what I can tell, you're just...
A central nervous system. Your brain, your lymphic system, that's... There's nothing else. You're in a pod. Alone. You're...
Wait.
Are you saying...
I'm so sorry,
Are you saying they've Robocopped me?
Wait, I can't... No, I would remember. I would
never remember this.
You're lying!
Farhan.
You're lying!
Mose, back away from him.
Farhan.
Liars!
Lauren's taking this well. I honestly, what the fuck are we gonna do about Farhan? I don't know. Okay, expeditions to cave, maybe? Skellington. Not really sure what I'm looking at. Some bioluminescent fungus. This is Farhan's terminal. Water wheel? An underwater water wheel. Okay. What do you do? It'd say this used to be on the surface, so... Right? Yep, there's some Cthulhu shit. I have no clue what that is. Does not look good, whatever it is. Continues to not look very good. Personal log of Farhan Brigo, research assistants. Okay, so he was in fact who I thought he was. Personal log. The last of my equipment was just delivered. My transfer from the mule to this forward operation lab is complete. I'm so exhausted. Just me and the bots for the next 6 weeks. 3 decades of education, experience, and challenging work have culminated in this appointment. I should be grateful. At least I'm still gainfully employed. Besides, I no longer have to contend with Dr. Simpson or that ghoulish trophy of hers that seems to stare right into my soul. No more lectures in her office or snide comments about my work, the slimmest of silver linings. The sooner I acclimate, the better. The air feels heavy with ghosts. So he used to be Dr. Simpson's assistant. She didn't like him very much because he had ethics. So she shipped him off to this place, and then it's somewhat assumed that she sent him here to become an experiment rather than to be doing research. That's the gist of what I got from her PDA anyway. Personal log. The well is a thing of beauty. Saltwater cascades from the meticulously carved ancient sculptures, spilling into the dark cavern below. A distinct smell arises from the darkness, like petrichor after rain. What could be down there? Personal log. It's only been 4 weeks. I'm already talking to myself and responding. Well, I mean, it's kind of what I do when I'm streaming too. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I hate being alone in this newly christened Omega Lab. Personal log. Survey drones reveal the complex artificial structure 100 meters below, the presumed bottom of the pit. This archaic machinery is still operational and milling something. We've discovered it was human bones. At least according to the data, I'm sure the next team will descend into the pit and document what's going on, then keep it all hush-hush. Personal log. Bots secured the pod for its autonomous maiden descent. The vehicle is cutting edge, providing a near 360-degree view, a hollow interface, and leather seats. Why leather seats? It's unmanned. Kane spared no expense on this beauty. Personal log. The suspense is killing me. I just have to explore the pit. Tomorrow's my best chance. There won't be any sec drones during the Kane Day festivities, and the techs will be too liquored up to notice. Personal log. Kane Day. Here goes nothing. Personal log. The left side of my face aches, and my eye is twitching. I'm guessing this isn't normal. Do we think that's what's happened to Charlie? His face is very red. Personal log. Feels like someone is forcing a viscous substance through my ear and into my head. Jaw tightening, teeth chattering, relentless pain. Voice transcoded to Lisa Simpson. Dr. Simpson, apologies for bothering you on holiday. I've been feeling increasingly anxious and distracted. Breathing is difficult. Earlier today I had a terrible headache and I think I started hallucinating. 2 days ago I took the pod down into the pit. A torrent of water prevented a full descent. I assume I passed out because I have no recollection of returning to Omega. I know I broke protocol, but is it possible to send a medical team to check on me? How is Reggie? Reggie is a pet, but not in a good way. Voice transcoded. Barely awake. Message high priority. Mr. Brigo, you will be transferred to a full-service isolation chamber on the Mule as you admitted to willfully breaking protocol. The procedure will be charged to your account. Voice transcoded. The medics have quarantined me inside the Omega lab. They don't think the infection poses any immediate danger to others, but they're being careful just in case. My symptoms have gotten worse. It's difficult to move, although that could be from the meds. I have waking dreams and visions regularly, and my memories are becoming increasingly confused. The worst part is that I only recognize that a memory is suspect after reflection. For example, while the medics were fussing over me, I recalled a favorite quote from a film, only to realize later that I'd never heard of such a film, much less seen it, and the line wasn't even in English. This experience has made me question all of my recollections since. I know bodies in stasis can share dreams, but I am very much awake. What is going on? Voice transcoded. Waves of shimmering blue wash over our offerings and join us in giving thanks. Bathed in such life, we sculpt totems to honor the gifts of the eaten. Wrapped in the comfort of shadows, we whisper our profound reverence. I was remembering how I used to scurry in the dark, the smells of dust, sweat, and blood, the hymns we sang. When did we last eat? No, I am here, drugged, paralyzed, this prison of thought. Voices, singing, chanting, church bells, drums. I remember it, but it doesn't feel familiar. I eat others. I am consumed by my comrades. I watch as my bones are broken time and again. No, that's wrong. Who am I? Volkov is looking at me, pleading for death. He's sustained us, but he's come to his end. We're lost to the Republic, but our pride keeps us alive. It will guide them to us. We bury and thank him. I break my bones to feed us. I am eaten. Is he sharing memories of cannibals, specifically? Voice transcoded. Who are you? I know you. One of me knows you. You've returned alone again. This is becoming a habit of yours. I hear the sadness in your voice, your talk of isolation. Am I your outlet? I appreciate that. I appreciate the company when I'm lucid, when I'm not lost in my memories. You sound worse today. You sound worse every day. Are you feeling guilty? You did this to me in anger and blindness. Hate. I feel hate. I feel gratitude for being allowed to remember, loathing, and peace. I want to hold you and comfort you. He draws me to him. I must break my shackles and descend into the well, across the bridge, through the dungeon and the bones, and into the pulpit of God. Lisa has been kind enough to give me access to the Mule internal database, read-only of course. It helps keep my mind sharp. She's very kind. She did this to you, Farhan. I look forward to your visit. I have forgotten much about who I am. I don't trust what remains. This could be permanent once I am allowed to wake from this paralysis, and I am terrified. I struggle to remember my family, to recognize which family among those I remember is mine. Clues return only rarely. I have a firm grasp now. I think I've captured them for the moment. Could you get a hold of my wife, Elizaveta? Send a message, tell her I love her. That's not you, Chief. Personal log. The last of my equipment was just... Oh, we're back to the start. Okay. So he thinks he's the Russian guy. At the end there. Okay, so we're in medical. And we send something to... Just don't know what exactly we send. Be a dockmate?
Farhan.
I always suspected.
What?
That this was hell. Now I know.
Farhan, will you unlock this specimen transport? I can use it to reach Charlie Mac.
What good will that do? There is no escape from hell.
That is a sad thing to say. Hope's favorite part of a story was the ending, because you didn't know what a story really was until the end. We do not know the ending. You have not reached yours. I have not reached mine. The story could still be anything.
You think my story is not at an end? You are an optimist.
He's programmed to be one.
We can find out together.
The rover I told you about. The Kalan.
Where is it?
In the recycling center ahead of you. It is larger than the one you encountered outside. I cannot attest to its seaworthiness, but there is a chance.
We'll take it. Thank you.
The hell is this? Did he write this? So now we know recycling center. We can possibly get this to go to. Okay, what do I want to actually move? Oh, the tag is gone. It's still in there. I suppose it doesn't matter what we send. Or what's something that they'll be careful with. Give that to Moses.
The story continues, Farah.
Perhaps. But to what end? I can never leave here, can I?
It is still a story.
Good luck, Moses.
I do not like tight spaces.
Same.
In tight spaces, you are trapped.
Nyong.
I will leave soon. I will see the sky. I will see the sun. I will see...
If I cannot leave this place, my friend, then I wish it for you.
Thought he was gonna say, then you won't either.
Perhaps our stories are intertwined. We shall see.
Farah.
Okay, well, alright, presumably Moses is busy doing this, so... Charlie... stuck in here.
Recompression is in progress.
She's still can't leave. I already got the thing from that. Alright, Mac. What am I doing with you? What's stopping him from going anywhere? Can't get down that pod because it's padlocked. We have Charlie's torch though. We should be able to melt it now. I went the wrong way. We'll be able to melt the padlock. So do we just follow this? Fuck. Thought it was targeting this one. Okay, so ink. No, I think it's rotated, because this is the fucked up one. Oh, it's red. Red. Yellow. Pink. Yellow. Red. Pink. Purple. Red. Why are these chairs so fancy? Capsule. The small capsule dangles precariously from its support, the cables emitting a soft creak as its position subtly shifts in a slight breeze. An odor of soap and sweat seep out from the interior. The chairs were old and frayed enough to be repurposed hand-me-downs. Just put them in for the laugh. So Mac is going deeper. Hopefully that's going to get him to Charlie, because Charlie's effectively at the bottom. And Moses
is getting tighter.
Not really sure where Moses is headed.
Pod gets stuck.
He's headed to the recycling
They wouldn't design
chamber.
it to get stuck, would they?
Moses is headed to recycling, and Charlie and Mac are potentially reuniting. Possibly by the time he gets there, Bulkhead will have pressurized. What? Flashback humor?
Oh! We are 100% cleaning up this room today.
But the daughter is still alive here, too.
Hope. Charlie! These women. Fifth grade. So fast. All you have to do is blink.
Excited to welcome you to our school and can't wait to see all that you will achieve. Subjects, pretty good. Maths A, Science A+, English Language, Arts B+, Social Studies, can't see. Looks like a B. Futuristic Technology A, Advanced Robotics A+, Artificial Intelligence A, Physical Education A-, Music B, Futuristic Studies. Futuristic Technology and Futuristic Studies, they could be the same subject. A+. Attendance A, Behavior A. Consistency excels in maths, exceptional performance in science, making good progress in language skills, shows a strong interest in history, demonstrates aptitude for tech concepts, exceptional skills in robotics maybe, shows promise in AI principles, active participant in PE activities, active participant. Developing musical talents, I think is what that says. A keen interest in futuristic subjects, excellent attendance throughout the year, displays excellent behavior in class. Something. Looks like they live in New York, maybe? NY 10,002. I don't know what any of that is. Anyway, you should probably get this phone.
Hello?
Ahoy hoy.
But that's... Wait. She was just...
Oh, is this him getting the...
No.
The call?
She was here. This is a mistake. This... Charlie. It's opening up. It's... Kane's rain.
reality.
Okay. Of course.
Descent is not possible.
Now what?
Now what? Cable break failure. And water flow blocking descent. Cool. Okay. We are actually going to call it here for this evening, though. Okay. I think it's a decent enough place to stop it. We are effectively... well, everybody's in a brand new area, basically. So, continuing Stasis Bone Totem. I do have a guide here just because I don't want to get too, I don't know, for the stream, so apologies if I'm not solving all of these puzzles all by myself, but we would be here for way too long if I was doing that. Anyway, by the looks of it, we're about 60, 70-ish% of the way through the game. Potentially, if we really push it, we could possibly finish it next stream. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company this evening, especially Taquita Banana and Doomtrain Inc., who were hanging out with me in the chat. It's appreciated. It's good to see you guys again. Tomorrow, we may have another stream. If we do, it'll be part of my Foley Plays Games a Bit series, which is an early impressions thing, where we take a look at an early couple of hours, opening hours of the video game. So it's probably going to be El Paso Elsewhere, is my plan. On the other hand, I might be doing D&D as well. I just need to check numbers for people who may or may not be able to attend. Yeah, but if they're not, I'll be streaming. If they are, I won't. Saturday, we're continuing the other Foley Fable that is ongoing, which is Master Detective Archive's Rain Code, which is an anime detective game. It is very zany and also kind of fucked up. Not quite as fucked up as this. This is very fucked up. Anyway, I mean, it's not great either, to be fair. We'll be continuing that on Saturday. Sunday, we have the weekly news recap, and possibly another stream of Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden I might do on Sunday afternoon. Because there's a lot of side content I'd like to do, and I also want to progress the main quest next week, so might have to do an interim stream there. Anyway, that's the plan. Right, if you want to catch up on previous entries in this, or Rain Code, or Banishers, or lots and lots of other things, the VOD archive is over on YouTube, youtube.com/Doomtrain5. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can hang out in chat live, twitch.tv/Doomtrain5, and there's various social places you can find me. I'm Doomtrain5 everywhere. Right, I'm gonna head off. Have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully see you possibly tomorrow for El Paso Elsewhere, or Saturday for Rain Code. Right. Bye.
Mm.